Leather upholstery is one of the most misunderstood and confusing categories of home furnishings. Top grain, full grain, aniline, semi-aniline, bonded, split. What does it all mean? Leather features training will arm you with the knowledge and information to confidently speak to your customers about the leather products at Weekends Only. Leather furniture is upholstered in animal hides, usually cowhides. There are specific advantages and challenges when using leather as an upholstery covering. Leather is extremely durable and long-lasting. Because it is porous, it breathes and adapts to our body temperature, making it comfortable to sit on in both winter and summer. Dyeing, embossing, top coatings, and pigmentation can all enhance the durability and look of leather. Besides being durable, another benefit of leather is that it can usually be repaired if torn. The leather itself needs to breathe. That is why you often see the underside of cushions made from fabric. Plus, it can be mighty slippery to have leather against leather on a sofa. In order to get the greatest yield from a hide, cushions and sides often have seams to utilize even the small pieces of hide. If there are no seams, it means that more hides were required to upholster the piece, making it more expensive. Sofa backs always have seams. Let's face it, cows just don't grow that big. There are 3 types of natural leather hides. The thinnest and least durable is the split, which is the bottom portion of a hide that is split horizontally. Splits are not used on seating surfaces and only occasionally on the backs and sides of pieces. Top grain refers to the top portion of the horizontally split hide. Thick, strong, and very durable. It is what most people have in mind when they think of leather. Last is full grain, which is the entire thickness of the hide. Full grain upholstery is rare and used only in the most expensive custom pieces. Besides natural hide leather, there are enhanced and manufactured leather type options available at less cost. One of those is called bonded leather, also called composite leather. It is not hide leather and is made by mixing ground leather scraps with bonding agents and extruding it into sheets. The sheets are coated with a polyurethane and then embossed to simulate the look of leather. Bonded leather has certain advantages and disadvantages over hide leather. Because it comes in large sheets, there are fewer seams on bonded leather products. The color and texture are consistent, and it is also stain and fade resistant. However, it doesn't breathe like hide leather and is much more difficult to repair. It's not as strong as hide leather, but still more durable than fabric. And at considerably less cost than a hide leather, many customers find it to be a great alternative. Leather match is an upholstery style rather than a type of leather. It means that there is a top grain or bonded leather on the seating surfaces of the piece. Any place where skin would touch. This is usually the seat and back cushions and the arms. The rest of the piece is upholstered either in bonded leather, split leather, or polyurethane, in a color and texture that matches the rest of the piece, hence the name leather match. This gives the customer the advantage of having the look, feel, and durability of leather where it's touched, but saving money by using matching product on the places where it's not touched. While leather gel is technically a fabric, not leather, it is made up of leather and shares some of leather's qualities. Leather gel is made by melting leather scraps and combining them with polyurethane to create a fabric. The fabric is then tumbled in drums with actual leather hides to give the leather gel fabric the softness and wrinkled effect of fine Italian leather. It has a breathable lining and is significantly better wearing than other leather-like fabrics. It has the look and feel of Italian leather without the high cost. Weekends Only also carries items upholstered with fabrics that are designed to look like leather or suede. Priced like fabrics, they include microfibers, vinyl, and other synthetics. Let's review the types of leather and leather look materials. Natural hide leather comes in 3 types: splits, which are the bottom portion of the hide; top grain, which is the top portion and is thicker and more durable than the split; and full grain, which is the full thickness of the hide. Top grain is the type most commonly used in upholstery. Top and full grain leathers are extremely durable, they breathe, and can be repaired. Because of the uneven size and shapes of hide, leather furniture will usually have seams. Bonded leather is made from leather scraps and formed into sheets. It is washable and fade resistant and has consistent color and texture. While it doesn't breathe like hide leather, it has fewer seams and is significantly less expensive. Leather match is an upholstering style where top grain or bonded leather is used on the seating surfaces, and the rest of the piece is done in less expensive product that matches the leather. Leather gel is a fabric made from leather scraps and polyurethane. It has a breathable backing and the look and feel of Italian leather at significantly lower cost. Let's spend a few minutes talking about the characteristics and types of top grain leather. Natural leather hides have unique characteristics. In their natural state, they show the wear and tear of the cow's life in the fields. Scars, insect bites, wrinkles, and brands are visible. When upholsterers need to cut around these markings, there is more waste in the hide. When there are fewer markings, there is less waste, making for a better quality and therefore more expensive hide. How leather is processed has a lot to do with its look and durability. The dyeing process, topical pigments, embossing, and stain-resistant coatings all affect the look, feel, and wearability of leather furniture. Hides that are processed differently have different names. With aniline dyed, also called full aniline, the hides are tumbled with dye in a drum. The color goes all the way through, but it is transparent. No other coatings or pigments are applied. Any natural markings occurring on the leather will be visible. This means that only the best quality hides with the fewest markings can be used. The look and feel of aniline leathers is unmatched. This is the leather we call buttery soft. There is color variation from hide to hide, and sometimes with variation within a single hide. Because there are no protective top coats or additional pigments, aniline dyed leather is susceptible to staining and fading. It's usually not the best choice for families with pets and children. It is also the top end of leather pricing. Pull-up leather is similar to aniline dyed leather in that there is no protective coating, so it stains fairly easily. The natural markings from the hide are visible, and it distresses, scratches, and darkens over time. This is not a defect and is part of the appeal of a pull-up leather, but it should be pointed out to a customer considering a pull-up. The color gets lighter where the leather is pulled tight over the frame, like over an arm, Although it is at the higher end of leather pricing, it's a great choice when the customer is looking for a lived-in vintage look. Semi-aniline dyed leather begins the same way as full aniline, with transparent dyes that penetrate the hide. But semi-aniline will additionally have some surface treatments. Lower quality hides, meaning those with more flaws, are gently sanded to remove natural markings and then embossed to create a more consistent texture. This is called a corrected hide. Besides regular leather grain, it can also be embossed to look like ostrich, alligator, and other hides. It may have had multiple pigments applied, giving a two-tone appearance. This is to simulate the natural variations that occur in full aniline leather. It will have more consistent coloring than aniline dyed hides. It has a light protective coating, so there is some stain resistance, and it is good for moderate use areas. It still has a nice soft feel, but is less expensive than full aniline. Pigmented and protected finish leathers have additional color and protective top coats applied to the surface, making this the most stain-resistant leather. Because the coating is thicker, the color is more uniform than the other hide types, but some softness is sacrificed. The hides are stiffer and less pliable than with aniline and semi-aniline leathers. Protected leathers resist staining and fading and can be cleaned with a soft, damp cloth. Protected leather is the most popular, but least expensive form of top grain leather. It is an excellent choice for families with children or pets or high-use areas. Most weekends-only top grain leathers are protected leathers. Top grain leather upholstery is more expensive than fabric upholstery, but the leather is usually not the only factor. Often, top grain leather pieces may have additional construction features such as down-filled or down-wrapped cushions, a solid frame construction, 8-way hand-tied coils, nail head trim, or exposed wood carved arms and legs. Let's review the characteristics of top grain leather. Aniline leather is drum dyed with transparent color, so all natural markings are visible. There is no protective coating, so it stains and fades easily. It is buttery soft and supple. Because only the best hides are used, it is at the top end of leather pricing. It is not a good choice for families or high-use areas. Pull-up leather is similar to full aniline in that there is no protective top coat or correction. It distresses and darkens over time. It stains and fades easily and becomes lighter when pulled taut. It's at the high end of leather pricing, but a great choice for customers looking for a lived-in and vintage look. Like full aniline, semi-aniline leather is drum-dyed with transparent color. It is corrected to remove most natural markings. Additional pigments and top coats are applied, making it somewhat stain-resistant. It is not as soft as aniline, but still pliable. It is good for moderate use and not as expensive as full aniline. With pigmented and protected leather, the natural markings are not visible. It is washable and fade and stain resistant. It is not as supple as aniline leathers, but has consistent color and texture. It is the most popular and least expensive type of top grain leather and an excellent choice for families, children, pets, and high-use areas. Most WEO leathers are protected. As we said at the beginning, leather has its own unique sets of advantages and challenges. While extremely durable, there are some factors that affect the look, durability, and wearability of leather. It is important that you share proper care and maintenance information with your customers regarding their leather purchase. Top grain and bonded leather should be kept at least 2 feet from a heating source. Prolonged exposure to heat dries out top grain leather and deteriorates the polyurethane coating on bonded leather. This results in cracking and peeling. While protected top grain leather has some fade resistance, all leathers are susceptible to fading if placed in direct sunlight. Bonded leather pieces also should not be placed in direct sunlight. Doing so may result in cracking and peeling of the polyurethane surface. As a natural material, top grain leather will stretch over time. Seats and backs will develop what are called comfort wrinkles. As with any upholstered item, seat and back cushions should be fluffed weekly to help them retain their shape and comfort over time. Top grain and bonded leathers require very little maintenance beyond a regular dusting or vacuuming. If a spill occurs, protected and bonded leathers can be cleaned with a soft, damp cloth with a little mild liquid dish soap. Always try cleaning on an inconspicuous area first to make sure there is no negative reaction to the cleaning solution. Full aniline, semi-aniline, and pull-up leathers should only be cleaned by a professional, especially if there are stains. The fabric protection plan will ensure that customers have access to reputable technicians for stain removal. Leather gel is a fabric and should only be cleaned by a professional. Again, the fabric protection plan is an excellent resource. We want our customers to enjoy their furniture for a long time, and the proper care and maintenance will ensure that their furniture will last and continue to look great over time. Let's review the care and maintenance of leather products. Keep top grain and bonded leathers away from heat and direct sunlight. Leather stretches over time and develops comfort wrinkles on seats and backs. Vacuum or dust regularly. Protected and bonded leathers can be cleaned with a soft, damp cloth. Always test cleaning products on an inconspicuous area first. Aniline, semi-aniline, pull-up, and leather gel products should always be cleaned by a professional. Fluff your cushions regularly. And finally, always offer and explain the fabric protection plan to customers considering our leather. Congratulations! You have completed the slideshow portion of the Weekends Only Leather Features Training. See your trainer for the next steps in leather features training.